In this video, we'll dive into 7 proven strategies to optimize your LinkedIn profile and significantly attract more recruiters to reach out and DM you. So when you put in all of these pieces together, that's when you start seeing a massive difference. Call them hacks, call them tips. No matter what you call them, they don't take very long and they significantly boost your chances of getting more recruiter calls, which turns into more interviews. Now, if you're already doing these, you're crushing it. It's more of a waiting game for you. But if you're not doing these, you have some very minor tweaks you can apply immediately after watching this video. Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Ian. I'm a self-taught data analyst. This is a place where we dive into tools, strategies, and tech to help you level up your skills, whether you're trying to become a data analyst or you're just exploring it. So number 1 on this list will be our profile picture. This is probably one of the more important ones. Is why I wanted to put it up at the top. It's because not only is this on your LinkedIn profile, but this is when you post, it's in your DMs. This is probably a nice picture you could put on your Gmail. So you could use this in multiple areas, not just your LinkedIn profile, but it is hugely important for LinkedIn. So we're not going to want to overcomplicate this process. There's a couple things we can do, which you probably already have. Put on a nice shirt. It's as easy as that. There's a lot of unprofessional people on LinkedIn that can't even do this part. But really, this really all there is to it. Just put on a nice shirt, put on a nice smile, get closer than you think you need to be, because you want to be about, I don't know, shoulder length. If you take a look at my profile picture, this was done by my wife in my backyard during a nice sunny day using my iPhone. You don't need a professional, but you can see here, I'm probably just a hair too far back. It would have been nice to get a little closer. But if we take another example of my friend Abigail, she is a lot closer. It looks more personal. This is a great example. Now, Abigail's a previous student of mine, and she allowed me and gave me permission to use her profile. Take a step back and look at mine. I could probably improve this, but this is probably the furthest you want to be. It's not a bad profile picture, but it's pretty good. Another tip here would be use natural lighting. People look best in natural light. So wait for that sunny day, go outside, take a picture against a wall. It doesn't need to be out in the woods like I did. Just have some natural lighting, put on a nice shirt, put on a smile, and take a picture with your phone. All right, strategy number 2, headline. This is the part that's right under your name. Now you can customize this to be whatever you want. You could click this edit button, scroll down, and it'll be headline. So what we're not going to want to do here is put the words aspiring. I see so many people put the word aspiring data analyst here, but you really want to just take that word out and put data analyst. Another huge tip here is to take out the tools you use. A lot of people like to put in Excel or Power BI or things of that nature because they think it helps with SEO on LinkedIn, but ultimately it looks messy and you just want to make it simple and easy to read. Here's a great example of what not to do. If we scroll right down here and look at more profiles for you, you can see this person putting the tools they use. But when you look at other employee data analysts, they don't write down the tools that they use. They just put data analyst at XYZ company. So we want to replicate what we want to be. So we label ourselves as a data analyst, not aspiring. Don't use the tools. There's a better place for that, which we'll cover right now. Number 3, banner. Now this is a place where it takes up so much room at the top of your profile. Why don't we use that to our advantage? So my profile is not a great example, but I just have my name. I know it seems redundant, but I have my name, I'm a data analyst, and I want to push people to my Substack. If you're a job seeker, you're going to do this a little bit different. Now, if we go back to Abigail, she has the perfect banner. She doesn't list out her tools, she shows her tools. So here we have Tableau, Power BI, SQL, Python. She put data analysts. She even puts her specialty, data visualization, and then she puts her email. This is great. You have her email, you know where to reach out to her. It's simple, it's clean. Now, I'm going to show you where we can go get one for free, so you don't have to worry about that. So if we head over to Canva, okay, now that we're on Canva, Let's go ahead and click Create New Design. We're going to put in LinkedIn, and then they call it a background photo, but it's essentially your banner. So if we go down here to all results, all we have to do is pick one that you like and then edit it. So let's say this one, keep it simple, which is what you should try to achieve. You can list out your skills here. You can list out your email. Just you want to direct people of where to go. This is a great place for that. Outside of your email, this is a great place to put your portfolio website. So you could put your Tableau public URL here, or even if you're hosting a separate portfolio website like Maven Analytics. All right, let's move on to number 4, About Me. Now this is a place where we want to add our keywords. You're going to want to be personal, and that's a lot easier than it sounds because if you're like me, you're not much of a writer. So we're going to utilize ChatGPT to really give us our baseline of what we need to write here. As a great example, again, we'll go over to Abigail. So here she's putting in her keywords as data analyst. She focuses on visualization, data. She puts in her skills, and then she's quantifying that, giving percentages of efficiency increases, and then how she's automating reports. Now she's also putting in presenting, clear and actionable insights, which is great. She's listing out her education, and then again here for her skills. So this is where we're really going to want to put our keywords of the tools we use. So if you want a quick little prompt you could use, let's go ahead and try to figure that out together. So if we go over to ChatGPT, okay, now that we're over at ChatGPT, I'm going to go ahead and paste in this prompt. So what I'm saying here is give me a summary to use for my LinkedIn About Me section. I'm an aspiring data analyst. Here it's okay to use aspiring. With the tools, I want to focus on being Excel, Tableau, and SQL. Remove the fluff words, but make it powerful. If you used ChatGPT before, they like to add in a lot of fluffy words, which doesn't make sense for here. We want to make this part to be as easy to read as possible. So if we take a look at what it says, aspiring data analyst skilled in Excel, Tableau, and SQL, passionate, blah, blah, blah. Now that is also a bit fluffy. So from here, I would adjust the tools to whatever your tools are, but you could also reword this to make it sound more of your own. But this is a great baseline and a start. You can even have it expand on different skill sets that you have, or even your education. But this is the process I would do if I had to do it over again. So another bonus tip here, your About Me section, you can include links. So why not put in your link to your portfolio website in your About Me section? You can never have too many places where you're directing people to your portfolio. All right, number 5. Now this is the quickest one out of them all, custom link. What is a custom link? Well, it's a link that is right under your headline, your location. Mine says subscribe to my YouTube right now because that's where I want to drive people. But as someone trying to break into data, this is the perfect place to put in your portfolio. All we have to do is go back to this edit icon, scroll all the way down to custom button. Edit custom button, we want it to be a link, of course. Here, this is where you're going to want to put your portfolio, whether it's your Tableau public URL or your portfolio website hosted on Maven Analytics, for instance. And then you can customize your text here saying, check out my portfolio, something like that. Go ahead and click save, and that's all there is to it. The next one on our list is our URL. So if we take a look up here, my URL is my name, my first and last, so Ian-Clausewitz. By default, LinkedIn does not customize this, so you can do that yourself to make it a little bit more readable. Now to change our URL, we're gonna wanna go to our profile, and then over on the right-hand side, you can see this public profile and URL. All you have to do is click it, and then you can, over here on the right, you can go to this and change it to whatever you want it to be. Now, our goal here is to, like I said, make it more readable because you could put this on your resume, on your portfolio website. You really want to put this everywhere where you have your email, just in case people want to reach out to you via LinkedIn, such as recruiters, so they can find you a little easier. All right, the last section is probably the most important outside of a profile picture. It's our featured section. Now, this isn't a section that's automatically applied to your profile. You actually have to turn it on. So let's do that together. Let's go to our profile. Now, under your follower count, if you have one, there will be an add profile section. Go ahead and click that. Now, they kind of hide it, which I don't know why they do this, but go ahead and click our recommended and click add featured section. Here we could put our portfolio, we could put our resume. You could really put anything you want here. Even if you had a blog you want to drive traffic to, this is a perfect place to put it. So if we followed all the tips before this, this would be our third place to put in our portfolio, which really means if someone comes to our profile, chances are they're going to our portfolio as well. And that's really our main goal here. So if you're just doing a link, you can go ahead and click this plus icon, click add a link, and then put in your portfolio website. So to summarize, all of these don't push the needle. It's when you put them all together is when you build more surface area for luck. Make sure to check out my other videos and subscribe because I'm sure I talk about whatever areas you're struggling with and how to fix them. Oh, kind of like this one.